Welcome, one and all, to the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast for our preview and prediction of Royal Rumble. I am the devilishly handsome outlaw himself, your king of extreme, the Tom Brady, the Michael Jordan of wrestling podcasting himself, Phil Koe, with my indomitable broadcast partner here,
Tony fucking G. Like, share, subscribe. We are here in Houston, Texas.
Beautiful Houston.
2 blocks away from Minute Maid Park, where in just a few short hours, we will be basking in all of the Royal Rumble's glory.
So we're here to give you our predictions for this
Yes.
particular event. The Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast Championship will be on the line.
On site.
On site.
On
So, folks,
site.
you're getting 2 shows for the price of 1. You're going to see the Royal Rumble, that's pretty big. But really,
Big deal.
what you're really going to see, the RWP Championship defended. So really, I mean, WWE should really double the ticket price. At least,
those
maybe triple.
attendants are getting such a bargain.
Uh,
How did Houston know they would be so lucky? I doubt it.
I mean, we did grace them with our presence.
True.
They were warned on our way in,
Slightly.
but hey, what are you going to do? So, Tony,
Here we are. The
Here-
day is here.
so the one difference between any other events that we normally have, each match is normally worth 1 point. The Royal Rumble matches are so unpredictable
Yes.
that we have, for each match, we have 3 picks. Our number 1 pick, number 2 pick, number 3 pick. Our number 1 pick, that's worth 3 points. Number 2 pick, 2 points. Number 3 pick, worth 1 point. Whoever has the most points at the end of this particular pay-per-view will be the RWP champion. May the best man win, and I intend to.
It'll be Tony Two Belts very soon. Before the end of the day. That is not a prediction. That's a spoiler. With Jim Cornette behind me. That's amazing.
That
And
was
his favorite person, Shawn Michaels.
Oh, his favorite in the world.
I think there's really no better.
They're like this.
They are
Every-
BFFs, pen pals, exchange pleasantries anytime they're
Every
seen,
time. Every time.
Christmas cards, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah. I mean, heck, I'm sure Jim was one of the groomsmen at his wedding.
Oh yeah, probably best man. Probably
At
best
least.
man.
So, getting back to
Back to what's really
the
important.
Royal
The
Rumble.
Royal Rumble. I've got a fancy Cambria Hotel notepad and pen
Basically,
to track our picks.
so when we're in the arena, we can keep track of who did what, and more or less to keep track of the Royal Rumbles. We can keep track of the other matches in our head,
Yeah.
but the Royal Rumbles is and we're gonna be having so much fun. I don't know if we'll be able to keep track of it
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be
without
tough.
a little help. So let's start off with, I mean, I don't know. This one could be the co-main event, but
Okay.
I think I'll
Brace.
probably start Sheamus versus Shorty G. Oh man! So
This is why we came to Houston for Sheamus.
Really? Yeah.
Shorty G. I
should we have a
Yeah.
sign that says "I paid money to see Sheamus and Shorty G"?
don't think we should.
We would get on camera, 100% guaranteed.
Yeah.
Like, wait,
Sheamus
somebody actually brought that sign?
versus. I'm writing this down, Shorty G, and I still can't believe I'm writing that down.
It's a match.
It's a match.
I'm going to give it to Sheamus only because he is the 2018 Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast Tag Team of the Year winner with Sheamus and Cesaro.
I'm going to give this to Sheamus because he's returning after being on the shelf for almost a year. And no, Shorty G's not winning this match. Very simple.
He'll do some interesting stuff in the ring, but no, he's not.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be fun. But no, he's not going to win.
Okay. United States Championship. Andrade Cien Almas versus Humberto Carrillo.
Okay.
This one's tough. I'm going to let you take it first.
I think this is honestly a crapshoot for me. And like they wanted to push Carrillo before, and that kind of got sidetracked. He kind of got put on the back burner a bit. Is this them revisiting that idea? I don't think it is. I think Andrade holds on to the title here.
I was hoping you were going to go with Humberto. Andrade is on such a good run.
Yeah.
And, strategic dating probably doesn't help him.
Yeah.
Or doesn't hurt him neither. The fact that he's dating basically the center of the women's division, Charlotte Flair, that doesn't hurt him. So, but granted,
Texas
even if
staple, Shiner Bock.
Oh, yeah. Even if he wasn't dating Charlotte, though, his work is so incredible. I think he'd basically be about where he is right now.
I agree.
But I think, honestly, there's more to get out of this Andrade U.S.
I think he's got more potential yet to do with the belt and his run with it. So, I don't see him dropping it here. No.
Now, this one, Tony, quite easy, sir. We have Roman Reigns versus Tony, are you aware that there's going to be King Corbin? King Corbin.
Yeah, King Corbin.
The King of Extreme in Moi.
Yep.
Both royalty.
I mean,
at the Royal Rumble. I mean, the Royal Wedding had some decent royalty and stuff, but it ain't got shit on what's going to be going on to the Royal Rumble tonight.
We didn't need a passport to go see Buckingham Palace. We're getting two kings in one arena.
I know. I mean, this will be a rare moment.
So much royalty should not share such a confined space.
The KOE Nation and the Kingdom of Corbin have signed a one-day treaty, so there will be no ill feelings between our two great kingdoms.
Okay, we've spent enough time on this.
No, we have only just begun. Well, from one king to another king. And from one marvelous champion to a man who will someday be Universal Champion, I have the great king himself, Jon Snow. I mean, King Corbin.
Damn it. Damn it. I was really hoping you'd pick Reigns because of it being Roman Reigns.
Rob, stop.
But no, I've got Corbin as well. He's going to win this match, and then
maybe you've just spent too much time around a king.
Damn it. All right.
Well, we're pretty much in agreement on.
Yeah,
I think it's going to come
the
down
matches
to
themselves. Apparently, are
it's going to come down to the Rumble.
Yep.
SmackDown Women's Champion, or apparently it's not that anymore. We'll get into that later.
It's not.
SmackDown Women's Championship: Bayley versus Lacey Evans.
Yeah, Lacey Evans. Interesting how much she's done with the title picture she's been put in. I feel like she's taken advantage, and she's done very well for only being on the main roster in such a short amount of time. That being said, I think Bayley carries the title into WrestleMania. I think it's going to be her and Sasha for the belt at Mania. So sorry, Lacey, you're not winning it here. I've got Bayley to retain.
Boy, this one's tough. Because Lacey is on a very good upward trajectory.
I just don't see it. I don't see the trigger getting pulled here.
I'm going Lacey.
All right.
I'm thinking they're going to pull the trigger on her. This is going to be the one.
Okay.
Lacey, do you forget the fact that she was in the Saudi Arabia match? They're going to reward her for that.
That was a reward itself. It's going to be Bayley.
Was it?
You go ahead. And
I got Lacey. I'm
this
sticking
is coming
with
home. Daddy will be home tonight.
Lacey's on my
all right
tonight.
I'm good. I'm good.
We got two Rumbles, so even if I'm off on this one, I could get a good 3-pointer, and it would make up for it.
We're probably have the same picks on all those.
Well, the thing is, I think the 3-2-1 point should also count for surprise entrance.
Okay, well,
and that's where we're going to be really different.
Yeah, this is going to have to be. Yeah, this is going to be crazy.
This is going to be one of the craziest prediction events we've ever had. So, moving on to the Raw Women's Championship, Becky Lynch versus Asuka. Can I go ahead and take this?
Go ahead.
Becky's getting her heat back.
Okay.
She hasn't been able to beat Asuka.
Yep.
Now she's going to beat Asuka going into Mania.
Yeah, it's really that simple. This is a rematch from last year's Royal Rumble where they
good match though.
Yeah, they had a great match last year. Obviously, Asuka got the win. Becky entered the Rumble, won the Rumble, all was right with the world, right? Well, this year she has the title already. She's getting her rematch with Asuka, the one woman she can't beat until tonight. Because, yeah, this is going to be all Becky. And obviously, well, Asuka's going to probably dominate this match, but Becky will get the win.
Yes. Asuka's going to look strong in defeat. The only reason I could see them putting the W on Asuka is because remember 2 years ago, well, basically 3 years ago now, when the big match everyone was wanting was Ronda Rousey versus Asuka.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, remember that?
Yep.
Yeah, if they would have promoted that right, I mean, Jesus, the freaking president of the United States would know who Asuka was. Okay,
Yeah.
like it would have been international, but they didn't do that.
No.
Unfortunately. Now, I mean, they did get a great WrestleMania main event, a year later, a little over a year later, but
yeah,
that would be the only reason I'd see them put it on Asuka's because they still want to get some of the money they left on the table there 2.5 years, 3 years ago.
that'd be amazing.
Yes, it would.
But, yeah. No.
But if they want to do that, they could just as easily put the SmackDown Women's Championship on Asuka. And, I mean, yeah, it's...
Yeah, there's other ways to do it.
But it's going to be Betty.
Yeah.
It's got to be Betty.
It's
So, all right, this one, I don't even think we should bother with a prediction because we both have the same one, and all we're going to do is just gush on ourselves about how excited we are for it. The Fiend versus Daniel Bryan strap match for the Universal
Yeah,
Championship.
we get to see this. We get to see this in person. This is going to be amazing.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever seen a strap match live.
Yeah.
Um,
and the Fiend.
The Fiend. Yes, the Fiend. Now, Fiend, I will say, sir, Britt, and also be sure to let Bray Wyatt know this as well, sir. I wouldn't want to offend you.
Right.
From one glorious champion to another, Fiend. Like, I understand what it's like having the whole circus on your shoulders and no one quite appreciates you. They just think you're some enigmatic, wondrous, from another dimension creature that has blessed you all with his presence, but
Pretty much.
they don't quite appreciate you. So, from one champion to another, I can appreciate, sir. But beyond that, oh my God, this match is going to be so fucking awesome.
The plight of a champion.
I know. Heavy hangs the head that wears the extreme crown.
So you got Daniel Bryan, right?
You shut your mouth.
Yeah, we both got
We got the Fiend, obviously.
I figured.
I was about to say, if you want to see us about as happy as we were at the end of Hell in a Cell, take that belt off the Fiend.
I could live with this a lot more than that. I'll say that.
Granted.
This is not the time to take the belt off.
But what if they have a ref stoppage in the strap match? All right, well, all that being said, all right, just me. Now, hey there, T. Just didn't even want to fathom the possibility of that.
I don't want to talk about it. Let's move on.
Okay. So we both got the Fiend. Women's Rumble match.
Yes.
As of right now, there's only about 8 out of the 30 confirmed.
Yeah.
What we have, according to CBS Sports, as of this morning, we got Charlotte Flair,
Okay.
Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, Natalya, Sarah Logan, Mandy Rose, Carmella, Dana Brooks. And I'm calling it right now, not a single one of them is going to win.
Yeah,
Nope, not a single one of them is going to win.
no.
So, all right. Who is your worthy of 1 point? Basically, your dark horse. Who do you got?
I alluded it earlier. I think it's going to be Sasha and Bayley for the title. Sasha could win this. Choose to fight Bayley. Simple. Simple storytelling. Who is your 1 point?
This one's tough. This
is.
is the toughest one of them, the dark horse. I know you're going to think this is cheating a little bit, but Toni Storm.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
She's gotten over in her own way, so she's my dark horse.
Okay.
Who is your number 2 pick? Yeah, considering how amazingly over she was last night,
Yeah.
they would be kind of stupid to not at least put her in to get the pop.
Yeah, I could see it. I think there's going to be heavy.
There's 100%
NXT.
chance she's in there.
Yeah, heavy NXT.
She doesn't even count as a surprise pick, in my opinion.
No, I don't think so. I have at number 2 for 2 points. I'm hoping. I had this as my number 1 for months, honestly. But I'm picking Ronda Rousey as my 2 point because nobody knows where that whole pregnancy thing is. I don't think she is. I think she could return here.
Well, because you stole a little bit of my thunder there, let me just go ahead and give my number 2 and number 1 at the same time here. My number 2 pick for worth 2 points is Shayna Baszler.
Okay, you have Baszler too.
And my number 1 pick is Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
And of course, my number 1 pick worth 3 points is Shayna Baszler. You just got it backwards there, Phil.
So we're gonna see who's walking away with the pointage here.
I feel like it has to be Shayna Baszler, obviously. If it's not Ronda, it's Shayna because of the amazing Survivor Series.
So that one's going to be pretty close between us two. So now let's get into the surprise entrance.
Okay, so you have had fun coming up with names from Texas, so I'm eager to hear what you've got here.
Well, okay. For the women's, for one of my dark horse picks for surprise entrance worth 1 point, you're going to be like, oh, this shouldn't even count with Lita.
Okay. All right.
Who's your dark horse surprise entrance?
I'm digging down into my TNA fanboy bag of tricks, but she did start in WWE, Victoria. Because I don't recall her being in...
Isn't she from Texas?
I think so.
So,
I think she might be.
Because, yes, that
was another reason.
My big shocker prediction coming into this town is the surprise entrance will be Texas natives.
Yeah.
And so it's like, whoa, way to put yourself out on a limb there, Phil.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's... wow. All right. What about another? You got another for the women's?
Number 2, Miss Texas herself, Jacqueline.
Okay. I could see that. I mean, obviously the pool's wide open for the women's, so that makes
She was in it 3 years ago.
Yeah.
In the first one, and she looked great doing it. She was the only person that seemed to know how to do like a double leg sweep when she was in the ring with the other people that were in the ring with her.
Yeah.
She looked like she could legitimately whoop the shit out of everybody in that ring.
Probably could.
There's no probably, I'm guessing.
I felt better about this before all the controversy, but I got my other surprise for the women's is Paige. And then she went and pissed off her boss.
No, I'd say the boss just kind of shit all over her unnecessarily, and so now they're probably going to let her back in the ring as a way to try and soften that. Well, so I could see you actually being right there because, sorry, you heard the joke Triple H made. It didn't even make any fucking sense.
Biologically
it wasn't even
impossible.
Yes. I mean, it was just stupid, and all he did was just call her a slut for no good reason. I know, it was stupid. It was bad. It didn't make any sense. Didn't help anybody. And if you parsed it out, it was just an insult. It wasn't even a joke. It was just insulting. So I wouldn't be a bit surprised if they do let her back in the ring in a limited capacity just to try and
what are we,
smooth that over.
What are we giving for surprises being correct? Are we giving a point for that?
The same as the Rumble entrance. Your number 1 is 1 point. Your number 2 is 2 points. So Paige is potentially worth 2 points for you. There's Texas 2 for me. And then our main surprise entrance. Were 3 points.
Okay. Go ahead.
No, I'm going to let you take this one first, sir.
Well, it's kind of the same as a pick, but Ronda. I mean, that's a pretty big surprise.
If you already have that as a pick to win, I don't think that should count.
Because if Ronda's in,
now you just cheat a little bit.
All right, fine. I'll pick another one. I'll pick a different one. Actually, I'm going to reverse this a bit. I'm going to put... I'll keep Paige at 2. I'll keep Paige at 2. I guess if I'm going to go for a crazy Surprise. Let's go with Nikki Bella.
One of the Bellas. Damn. You're going to pick up 3 points. Yeah.
I think it's
Especially Nikki.
got to be.
Especially Nikki after she got done wrong by John Cena as far as everyone's concerned.
Yeah.
I don't know what the real details are on that, but the way it's been portrayed is Cena did it wrong. And, hey, don't ever let the truth get in the way of a good story. This is wrestling. My God. My number one pick for surprise entrant in the Women's Royal Rumble is one that we have needed for 3 years to complete a story that never had a good conclusion. One of the ladies finally rising up and throwing the hooey and the nonsense out of their division. And that is why the surprise pick will be actually a Women's Battle Royal winner, former Women's Battle Royal winner, Miss WrestleMania herself, Santina Marella.
Really going with that, huh?
Yes, I am. And it would be the perfect story. This dude who would pretend to be a woman in order to win championships in the divisions, women's division. She shows up, all the women stare him down like, you mother. And all of them team up for a moment and throw him over the top rope. Beautiful symbolism, marvelous storytelling, and it's something that they need. There was no real conclusion to that, other than the fact of Donald Trump coming on to the show going, Santina Marella, you're a disgrace, you're fired. So I'm really shocked he hasn't gotten more flack for that. I mean, he did fire the only transgender employee in WWE history at that time. But that would be kind of like when Kane's opponent said, Kane, when he was running for mayor, Kane actually engaged in a murderous act where he threw Braun Strowman in that trash compactor. Remember?
Yeah.
So politic and wrestling, when they mix, it can just be marvelous to me.
I'll be honest, I almost had Truth as one of my surprise picks for the women.
I hope he makes an appearance. I hope a bunch of women become 24/7 champions.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm expecting.
That'd be awesome if.
I almost want to cross out Nikki Bella and use
I hope
Truth.
the 24/7 championship plays.
You know what? No, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm going with Truth for my 3. I'm doing it.
Wow! Hard Truth.
I just like the concept so much. It just sounds hilarious to me. I said he should have done it a year ago, but they didn't.
Women's Royal. So if he comes out and gets involved in any way in the Women's Royal Rumble, that isn't just him standing there going, "You can do it, Carmella."
Yeah.
I'm giving it to you. Right. Like, you earned every bit of those 3 points. If he's there,
he's going to enter it. It has to happen.
Oh, my God. Now, the one that I'm thinking he's probably going to play a part in, the next match.
I don't think he'll even be.
Yeah. Perfect. The men's Royal Rumble match.
This is almost full. There's like 4 spots that we don't know.
Yep. So, Tony, this
isn't that hard. Honestly, I don't think this is that hard to pick.
All right, you start, sir.
For 1 point, my number 3 pick, I'm going to go from start to end, Brock Lesnar. That's a dark horse pick because that's a feat that almost nobody does, but if anybody could, it's Brock Lesnar. Simple.
My dark horse is Seth Rollins.
Gosh. Twice in a row, really.
What do you mean by that, sir? Seth has been my dark horse several years
No,
ago.
I mean, he won last year.
Well, yeah, he's a dark horse. He's always going to be in the contention.
All right.
There's never going to be a year where Seth Rollins doesn't at least have a chance.
Does he, though? About as good as Lesnar. All right, fine. Okay.
We'll see about that. Right. Who is your number 2 pick, sir? For worth 2 points.
I don't feel super confident about this, but John Cena. But we won't be able to tell if he enters or not.
It'll just like his musical hit, and then there'll be a spotlight coming down, and no one will be there because we cannot see him. My number 2 pick, Roman Reigns.
Okay.
He's got a very good chance of winning this, but there's somebody that I think's got a little bit better.
Well, that's strange that you say he's only your number 2 point pick
because he's your number
1.
My
number 3 point pick is obviously Roman Reigns. It's going to be Roman Reigns.
This is one that you're going to look at me like, really? My number 1 pick worth 3 points one champion to another, the beast incarnate, Brock
I
Lesnar.
don't think he has that good a shot.
And then it's, does he defend or does he challenge the Fiend at WrestleMania?
Please.
Now, Tony, you remember how Brock was able to sell his ass off for Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles,
Yeah.
and make an amazing match? Now imagine with the presentation of the Fiend and Brock Lesnar. Now, I understand they want him to do Fiend Reigns, but at the same time, when WrestleMania season rolls around, what made WrestleMania 17 successful, Tony?
Yeah.
They actually pulled the trigger and made the big matches everyone wanted to see and didn't hold it back for later. And so I think, number one pick, Brock Lesnar for 3 points.
I would not be upset at all.
Now, this is the fun part. The surprise pick.
Here we go. You're going to love Phil's. I don't have a whole lot, I guess, in the back of my mind. Because I feel like Cena's a big, he's a big name, but I don't think that's that surprise entrant. Like,
also,
only
I
four
think
spots.
we should say, since Edge has already basically done everything but say, I'm going to be in the Rumble.
Should he just be our 2 point?
Like, yeah, he could just be either or. Like, if you want to throw him in, sure.
I mean, we both get a point anyway. So, yeah, it doesn't really
Yeah, he's
count.
our dark horse. So,
Yeah, that's the dark horse.
So we're
surprise.
down to 2. So if we're 2 points. Who's your dark horse, sir?
Well, I'm not really. Man, I'm torn on this, but you hyped it up so much. I'm going with the Undertaker. The Undertaker.
Oh, fuck you.
I have to.
Oh, fuck you.
It was always there in the back of my mind. Like, he could legitimately be a surprise entrant towards the end and win the damn thing. Like, it could.
God damn it, Tony. I also have the Undertaker for number 2.
There we go.
We're both just so hoping for the Taker. Oh, please. We know you're in Houston. Just walk down.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything. Just walk down. I feel like we're like talking to the what culture guy here.
Yeah, basically. So yeah.
Here's the big divergence.
Okay.
The number 1 were 3 points.
Okay. Screw it. CM Punk. Why not?
All right, now, folks,
Why not?
This is where I'm torn. There's one of 2 choices for me to take, because Texas natives or going all out, and I've been very torn between this. And so the 2 choices are Texas native, who's been training for a return in the ring, Stone Cold Steve Austin, or I don't give a fuck, you shut your whore mouth, the immortal one, Hulk Hogan. I can dream. So I'm going with Stone Cold because he's at least a few decades younger.
Stone Cold for 3 points. Okay.
But if Hulk Hogan comes down that ramp, I don't even care about the points. I'm going to lose my shit. I don't even care if it's just to come down like, hey, brother, do you remember all those years I was in this Royal Rumble, brother? I don't care. I will absolutely.
All those times I want it, brother.
I will absolutely shit a chicken if he actually comes down in pure excitement. So here's to hoping, anywho. So, Tony, we got us an interesting Rumble, and I'm sorry, T, I just don't like your chances there, challenger.
Well, you know what? If it doesn't happen for me today, it'll always happen at WrestleMania.
And if I do lose, I can at least yell like, damn you, Lacey Evans, you did this to me.
Well, either way, soon enough I will.
Now, if you notice, I
do
didn't bet on Bobby Lashley at all for anything this time around. That would still hurt.
Yeah, Lashley is your kryptonite in terms of battle royal.
In terms
Royal
of picks.
Rumbles,
I mean, he did at least get me the belt back with that, wonderfully finished table match.
Slightly redeemed.
Yep.
Who's going to be the botcher of the night? Because there's got to be one.
I think Carmel's gotten better.
Yeah. That was terrible.
Okay, on the women's side, who will throw the most botches. Ooh, that'll be a tough one.
That is a tough one.
Is Michelle McCool going to be in the match?
Then yes. I mean, if that's that, yes, then obviously her. You know what? I feel like
On the men's side, let me pull up who we got
Yeah.
confirmed thus far. The confirmed entrants:
they're all good though.
Brock Lesnar,
Clearly, Brock.
Roman Reigns, King Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, Eric Rowan, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Elias, Rey Mysterio, Ricochet, Drew McIntyre, Otis, Tucker. I love Tucker's chances.
Yeah.
Rusev. In fact, I think we should take a bet on Otis and Tucker. Which one's going to last longer?
Otis.
It'll be Otis.
Tucker's.
Aleister Black,
It's off.
Buddy Murphy, Shinsuke Nakamura, Seth Rollins,
Man.
Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, Kofi Kingston, Big E, The Miz.
That's John Morrison.
Yep. Honestly, out of all of the names that I've seen, the one that I would expect to throw a botch the most would be Samoa Joe.
All
I
right.
know you think I'm especially harsh on Samoa Joe, but
You are.
well,
Man, that's just hearing the names. That is a stacked field, man.
the internet where you can watch people play video games. But
That's what came up next on our video.
oh god, well, I won't go too deep into my Samoa Joe criticisms here, but
I see what you mean, though. I could get on board, I guess, with that.
yeah, well, I'm sorry, I didn't watch any of the stuff in TNA, and at the time I wasn't a big NXT watcher,
Yeah.
and so when he came up to the main roster, and then he hurt Seth Rollins, and then he disappeared for a while, and he came back, had a decent match with Roman Reigns that the entire internet hated. This is going to be the harshest thing I've ever said about a wrestler, but every time I see him in the ring, I'm thinking, so what is it about you that put you on the main roster? I know, harsh, but
That is harsh.
I can't help it.
Well, hopefully,
I'm sorry, I didn't see his marvelous matches with AJ Styles in front of literally dozens of people.
Fuck you.
Dozens.
Just fuck you. Just straight piss off. Piss right off.
So, no, I refuse this.
You put him down. We've already gotten an amazing return this weekend in the form of Plumpy back to internet
Adam
wrestling.
Blampier.
Oh my God.
Welcome back, sir.
One big return.
Your
confirmed, right?
self-imposed exile has come to an end.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, well, it kind of has.
Kind of.
He did kind of look nervous when he came like,
Do you accept me yet?
hello.
Hello.
Like,
Cyril on our
Adam.
Hello.
It's like, Adam, I don't know what to tell you. It's like, welcome back, man.
I think you're on the wrong channel.
Nobody's perfect. Welcome to life, man. So, Tony, holy shit, the Rumble is coming and we're here in Texas. The fucking arena is right over there.
Right there.
Like, over there.
Over
I'm going to
there.
get my finger up
I
there.
actually
Look at
can't
it.
see it from the other side of this building.
Yeah,
it's
there's
over
a
there.
building blocking us.
I've
But,
seen it.
oh my God. Yes, it's there. We saw the arena. We saw the army of homeless people on the opposite side of the arena.
That we did.
Like I'm not exaggerating. Like 200 people underneath this bridge. Like, whoa, that's like 20 feet from the arena.
Yeah.
So on the way back from the arena, we'll be making sure that nobody gets mugged on the way back. Anyways.
Beautiful downtown Houston. You've got a lovely city here, Texas.
Oh, that being said, man. So, folks, this is gonna be amazing. I'm gonna love it.
Join us.
Like, share, subscribe. Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast, RevWrestPod on Twitter. Check us out, folks.
And
Continuing
Instagram.
stream. Now, granted, Tony, I mean, after the event, if there's any evil muggers, I can go all Superman with my, because as we know in the world of wrestling, nothing is more devastating than getting whacked in the head with a title.
You can't take lighters or guns or knives on a plane, but for some reason they let him bring one of the most devastating weapons. on
I
the
mean,
plane.
have you seen wrestling? I mean, when they hit a guy with a belt, they are laid out
Done.
flat, done. So I'm feeling pretty good. I mean,
I think we're safe.
who needs pepper spray? Who needs a taser? Who needs it when you've got championship gold? So, folks, oh, man, this is great.
Here we go.
Go Rumble.
Next time we see you, we will be
On the flip side of
ecstatic.
this, and my championship reign will be secure. Later, folks.